Well, hello and welcome back to 9 Years in China with old teacher Kenny. Watch my videos, like and subscribe. I gotta have subscribers like every other YouTuber out there. Hope you're doing okay. We're going to be continuing these videos made for you teachers. Still got a ways to go, but I wanted to start this series while it was on my mind about teaching in public colleges in China. Every city's a little different, every school's a little different, but I hope you can take something from what I do in these videos and use them in your class. Okay? That's all it is. This has worked for me. I'm not asking for anybody's opinion or anything. This is what I did and had success with, and most of it's just common sense. But anyhow, we've been talking in the last video. We were covering some things that us native speakers do, and we're going to do that a little bit more today. Remember, when you're over there, or you're there now, whatever, they either have you with probably freshman or sophomore English majors, and hopefully most of those classes you have them for 2 periods. So basically you got them for a couple hours, or you're going to be in a situation where every period may be different faces. Every school does it differently, but China says you got to have a foreign teacher, and the schools just find ways to use us. But today we'll pick up on talking about contractions and reductions. The big thing why I try when I can, I would teach about how native speakers speak, and we'd watch videos about it, and I would talk about it, is because what they see is not always what they hear. So in other words, what's on paper is just not what comes out of our mouths. Every language has a music, and English has got a lot of music. It's got a lot of flow, and that hurts their listening because they're often, instead of, wah, 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 our teacher is an American, or whatever it is, and the English can be real monotone. And they got to learn that when native speakers speak, just like native Chinese speakers speak, there's a flow, and words connect, and sounds are not textbook sounds. It's textbook spoken, language, but it's not textbook, that kind of stuff. So one thing I always tried to do with the English majors, we would go over classes with this. And I'm going to try, I found an old contraction seminar I'm going to try to put together for you. So we'll see, the video quality may not be very good, but you'll actually get to see me do a seminar on contractions. But in China, the teachers tell them the basic stuff, won't, don't, things like that. They teach really, really basic contractions because contractions aren't textbook English. In other words, the Chinese teacher is standing up there with those students, and they're reading out of a textbook, and they're teaching them grammar, this, and pronunciation, whatever. They're teaching out of the book. And that's okay for certain things. It really is. But they have us foreigners there to blend that gap. And because we're teaching communication, conversational, oral English. And the students need to know why what they hear in the movies, what they hear out of my mouth, or they hear when I'm talking to other teachers, it's a little different. So contractions, guys, I try to, if I have English majors, I try to make sure we have a big class on contractions and how to use them. It's real important that they know that contractions exist, like couldn't have. I couldn't have done that without your help, could not have. See, and if they just heard you out, couldn't have, wouldn't have, shouldn't have, they may be looking for a whole different word in the dictionary. You never know what their mind is going to make them do. So I try to let them know that they exist and listen, and you will hear sometimes 3 or 4 contractions in one sentence. It's something we do constantly. And you would be surprised if you started counting or listening to your voice how often you're using these contractions when you're talking to the students. Some are easy, some are a lot harder to understand. And the next thing, before we go to the next thing here, I'm wanting to jump ahead. Get you a list, and there's about almost 100 contractions that we say all the time. At the very, very least, get you a list of those contractions and sentences using those contractions, and at least give them out to your student. If you have those students that they all have to take English, they all have English tests, if it's just to help them understand what we do and listen for it on their hearing test. But get them a copy, and if you're teaching English majors, you can go into it and with great detail, and it'll be okay. Reductions. Now, reductions, we're going to walk over some of these reductions in this video because this is something, again, just like contractions, we do constantly, and until you listen to yourself talk, you may not realize how much you actually do it. We're going to walk through some examples here. I got a few, like of, instead of, because it takes longer, for us to say these things all the way, so we like to cheat. So instead of going some of my friends, we go some of my friends, some of my, like, it's real fast, or most of my friends. Instead of most of my friends, most of my friends, most of my friends. So again, it goes back to the music of English. Out of. Get out of here. Out of. And a lot of times we don't even say out to with the T's, we go out of. Like, remember in American English, 2 T's together, there's a D sound. Like, instead of butter, it's butter. See, so you got to be thinking as you do this. But so get out of here. And oh my gosh, we abuse and so much. And instead of going like salt and pepper, we go salt and pepper, salt and pepper, salt and pepper. So there's another one, and we do this, guys. If you're a native speaker, you catch yourself doing this all the time. Or coffee or tea. Instead of going coffee or tea, would you like coffee or tea? It's like, do you want coffee or tea? Coffee or tea. Oh, God. No wonder why we got all these mixed up kids in China. You. I know you did it. Instead of, I know you did it. I know you did it. Did you know you did it? Did you know? Did you? Did you? So go over these reductions with your class, guys. Function words, he, him, for example. I saw him yesterday. But native speakers, I saw him yesterday. I saw him yesterday. Did you see him yesterday? I think we all saw him yesterday. Oh my God. Gonna wanna. Now they'll learn gonna wanna. But again, tell them about it. I'm gonna do this. I want to do that, because we're so lazy, and it takes away from our music. want to, I want to. So it just takes longer for us to say it the right way. Same way with have to. Oh, teacher, do I have to do that? Or yes, he has to do that. Has to. Have to. Again, there we go. So you got to think about this. And we do this all the time, guys. We do this all the time, and we make our students go crazy. What do you think about English? What do you think about English? What do you? I think some poor little Chinese girls over there in the dictionary looking for what do you. So I feel for them, guys. You know, when they watch movies and they're listening to their teachers, you know, their foreign teachers or whatever it is, man. Teacher, what's that what do you word? What do you think it is? Can't you? Can't you? Can't you find the bathroom by yourself? Can't you find the bathroom? Can't you? Can't you? See, here we go. Can't you? Can't. Poor little kids looking from the dictionary for can't you? See, you understand? It's funny to us. It's funny to me right now, but to those little ears that haven't been around native speakers, no, and it's not in books like that either. You don't see can't you in a novel. Same way with don't you. Don't you know? Don't you know? See, oh my Lord, don't you? And let's see. There is also, well, we won't go. That's more contractions. But think about this. And all my intentions are just to make the student aware. They don't have to practice this. They don't have to rehearse this. If they want to, they can. But they need to be aware of what native speakers are doing. So linking, reductions, contractions, all this goes into our musical flow. And so make your students at least aware of what native speakers do, okay? And hope you found this a little bit. Didn't you? Didn't you find this entertaining? So, yeah, we'll talk to you later, okay? And we got some more coming up. So take care. Bye-bye. Wei Do Jian. See you later.